Hi, good day, family. Today I'm talking about the flag, right? I know you say the flag, huh? I'm talking about the U.S. flag. Talking about the red, white, and blue, and all the 50 stars. And I'm talking about the flag because it's something that I think a lot of us, especially people of color, overlook. That flag belongs to all of us. But I want to say that I proudly hold and represent the red, black, and green uh, of African Americans, as others of Latino proudly, represent their flags, and Italians represent their flags, and other people from other ethnic groups. But we are all Americans, is my point, though. Now, the flag represents all Americans, and all means all. It's that's just that simple. It's talking about every pertains to a whole of a group. The phrase, bring me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free, is engraved on the plaque of the Statue of Liberty. Now, African Americans was dragged here from their motherland, okay, in 1619, the first ship landed. Unlike others, everyone else was invited here. Now, I'm talking about that's here legally, right? All others were invited and became legally citizens here, right? Since that date, though, African Americans has had to begin building this country, the United States, while whites use guns, lies, torture, and all kind of other force for free labor, from the African Americans. Since that time, it's a fact of history that African Americans, Native Americans, and all others that came legally to the shores of this country are represented by that same flag, as well as the Europeans that came to U.S., right? However, what we see a lot of is the neo-Nazis, and we see the harebrained skinheads, and just a lot of whites or Europeans in general shouting USA, USA, USA. Well, and I think that we've been trained to think that phrase and that cliche or whatever that they're shouting, USA, only pertains to them. And I just want to tell brothers and sisters, and I want to tell people of all color and backgrounds, that we all need to proudly hold that flag up, especially African Americans. We built this country, and I'll get into that in a second. From the Buffalo Soldier down to the Tuskegee Airmen, we have fought. We even have fought in the wars of 1775, which later became the Revolutionary War in 1776, right? But the first person who died for the revolution, which was in 1770, was a guy by the name of Crispus Attucks, right? Now, I'd also want to say that we as African Americans and all Americans need to proudly claim the U.S. flag as our flag. It does not belong exclusively to whites. It is all of our flag. And along with the red, black, and green, and along with the Latino colors, and along with the green, black, and gold for the Jamaicans and different backgrounds, we all need to claim that flag. And when we have events, have it there. And when we are doing the marches, we need to claim USA. When we come up against this force of hate, we need to be able to claim USA, USA, because it is our flag, and this is our country, not just the flag. This is our land. Now, I just want to get briefly to as far as African Americans. Now, we have fought, and like I said, it's not just about African Americans, people. It's about all Americans legally here. Okay, and now the Buffalo Soldier, which fought in the Spanish War, 1898, fought in the Philippine American War, 1899, the Mexican War, of 1916. World War One and World War Two, they fought in France and throughout Europe, right? And the Tuskegee Airmen fought in World War Two throughout Europe. And the reason why, because they didn't even want blacks into the army. Do you know why they eventually fought in each one of these wars? Because even in wartime, the racist whites claimed that they didn't need us. But you know, at every war, they was getting their ass whooped. And that's the truth. Do your research. And when they called us in, they knew we were fierce fighters. And we won. Check this out. We won the Europeans that invaded early America with the Native Americans. We fought with the soldiers, the revolutionary soldiers here in America. And guess what? We fought for their freedom from the British. And they turned around after we won their freedom from the British. They turned around and continued to enslave us. Ain't that a bitch, right? So now, this is how treacherous these people are. And it's like, after they murdered millions of Native Americans, it's like they don't realize how they got wherever they've got throughout this planet was behind that gun. Had it not been for that gun, the world would be a different place today. But I'm talking about America today. And all I'm saying is, until Americans of every culture, background, loudly claim this country as ours, right? Some people will continue to believe that this country the United States belong to only them, the whites, the neo-Nazis, the skinheads, right? The bigots, right? Like so many. I ain't got to call them out. This being only their country is a goddamned lie. It's plain and simple. It's a damn lie. Okay? When they wrote the Constitution or whatever, if these were the intelligent people that we claimed them to be, when they said, for all men, that meant all men. I'm pretty sure they knew there were other people on the planet that they were inviting here from all over the planet. So if they were intelligent as we say they are, that included all people. And as I said earlier, all means all. And that means every one of us that is here legally. Let's not separate us from that flag. That flag belongs to us. It don't belong to them. It is our flag as much as it is there. And we have to make them understand that there. We need to fight with those who are truly our allies. Not to be necessarily on the front line. No, we don't need to. We've done our work as far as African American. We have opened the doors for all non-whites to come here. It is because we opened that door. You understand? And for so many other cultures that have developed and still developing, some of them, here in this here country. And that's, as I said, not to necessarily be on the front line. We have to allow others to contribute and do their part in the freedom of all of us here in America. We've done the front lines. Now it's other people. Even those that think that they're white are now finding out that they're not white. They ain't like them, okay? We need to all fight together. And this is not hate, or anything negative that I'm trying to stir up. This is our assignment. This is our assignment to quit acting as though we're guests here. Take this here land that belongs to us, all of us, and get these greedy bastards and these self-righteous, hateful people the hell out the way by any and all means necessary, And we are intelligent enough to find out ways to get rid of them and get them out of our way. Violence ain't the only way, but as I said, by any and all means. This is our country. This is our flag. Regardless what your culture is, if you are here legally, this is ours. Till the next time.